Well, as Mike just alluded to, just very proud of Sydney, and it's an opportunity for us to recognize a great Razorbacks. I always talk about those triplets and what they meant to the program, and obviously, I consider him, the son of Arkansas basketball, and I had a chance to visit with him yesterday, and he's excited about having an opportunity to come and be recognized, and that's a big honor. The Hall of Fame, which he was inducted, and I had a chance to go to that particular ceremony. Now, getting back to the SEC play, we talked about you got to have short-term memory. Had a tough loss to a Florida team, and now we get a very talented LSU team coming in, and obviously going to have to play some of our better basketball. I think whether it be on the glass, keeping Trey Metwaters, who's a very good player. I think he's one of the premier guards in the country. Keeping him out of the lane, and obviously he has a lot to do with their success. But they've got some talented young players they brought in. You never ever forget the Skylar Mays, who's a very good player, but the Reed kid, the big kid in the middle, Williams kid, the smart kid. So they've got some tremendous talent, and so it's going to take a great effort from our guys. And that's why I said the short-term memory has to happen here, and we got to get back to playing with that sense of urgency that you got to play with in conference play. We saw it for a period of about 6 or 7 minutes when we were down 16, and now we got to do that at the beginning of the game where we're playing and not letting people do what they want to do. I thought Florida controlled the tempo of the game, and I talked about, with the young team, you're going to have bumps along the way. Obviously they're not as young anymore, but that was one of those bumps. So, but it'll be a learning experience for our guys. I think that's got to be the biggest key. It's intensity on defense, playing smart on offense. I think we got those guys in foul trouble, and we've done that this year where we got teams in foul trouble. We don't take advantage of it. So, I think our play's got to be inside out, not outside in.
Mike, I know from reading Mike's notes that you guys have won 9 straight Saturday SEC home games. You're 25-5 in Saturday home games in the SEC, but you've also lost 3 games here this year, which is very uncharacteristic. Just how do you feel about your team at home, and do you feel good you can keep that Saturday streak going?
Well, I don't even worry about streaks. I worry about winning games. That's all. Having our team prepared the best as could. Be prepared as best as it can. And as I said, short-term memory. You've got a talented LSU team coming in here that obviously they're playing well. They want their first conference game beating an Alabama team. They're scoring at a high rank. So I think tempo is going to be big in this game here. And so I'm concentrating on our guys playing more efficient. We got 0 points from our bench last game. And you just think the contrast. We played at A&M, we get 30-something points from our bench. So it's the inconsistency, and that we got to be more consistent in our play. And our bench is very important in what we do. So to me, the task at hand is us to come out and really get engaged on defense, get the crowd involved, and play for 40 minutes. That's the most important thing.
Especially since LSU starts 2 big guys, what do you do to get Gafford more than 4 shots in a game like last week?
Well, he had more shots. He got fouled on some of those shots as well. I think sometimes that kind of gets misled. I think he's got to do a better job of presenting himself, and not necessarily just posting up. Daniel's a guy that can come out on the floor and do a variety of things, flash posts. We can do a lot of different things to get him involved, but we got to hit him on time. I think there are times when he's open, we're not doing a good job of getting the ball to him. So that's going to be one of our focuses, is to make sure we go inside out.
Yeah, Mike, they have 2 big guys, a 6'11" and a 6'10". How do you see Daniel and your other bigger guys matching up with their 2 big guys?
We played big teams before. I think we got to make the game a 94-by-50 game. It's got to get up and down the floor. I think that favors us. If we just play in the half court where we're pounding it, then I think that favors them.
You mentioned Waters. He did a really good job controlling tempo in both their games last year. What makes him so good at doing that? And do you think they come in here with some extra confidence because they won in here by 30 points last year?
I think they're playing well. I think that's more than anything else. They came in and and did what they're supposed to do. And it's a different year, different team. But he's a pretty heady player. I think he's got a big. He's like a coach out on the floor. He's got a great grasp of it, and to have that at a young age, even like I say, his freshman year, and obviously you know he's going to be better because now he's surrounded by even better players. So they got a good basketball team, but we got a good basketball team as well.
You talk about having a short memory after a tough loss. Do you feel good? Like practice yesterday, did you feel those guys kind of flushed that game and are focused on this one?
Well, we'll find out more today. I think the other night was such a late night. We just did a lot of shooting free throws, and just kind of self-examining ourselves and where we are. And but our guys have responded really well this year. Through the games we played, and then I know it gets it's not old to me, but in every game we've played, and we're possession away, we're a free throw away. We missed 11 free throws in that game. We turned it over 16 times. We got the ball at point blank to tie the game and maybe get fouled and won. And so it's not, it's one of those scenarios where guys are learning how to win games, but not only win games, but now to finish game and finish it off the right way. And that's where we're in that phase right now of finishing off games the right way. And but we don't want to be in holes like we were down 16. We don't want to be in that department, especially here. No matter where we play, we don't want to be in that position. So I just think the sense of urgency from the beginning of the game throughout the whole game, that's got to be our MO. That's got to be our mindset.
You alluded to the free throws there. I was wondering if you could maybe give us some insight on what y'all do specifically in practice to work on those, and have you changed anything this year once you realized how much of a struggle it was going to be?
We work on them every single day, and free throws like anything else. You got to put time in on it, and we put ample time, and they put ample time in on themselves. It's just a matter of them getting up there and having the confidence to go and knock them down. I think that's the biggest key. It ain't no big secret to it. It's free throws are free, they're individual, and you got to be able to have the mindset and the repetition to get up there and knock them down. And I really feel these guys, they will continue to get better at the free throw line.
The other night, you expecting kind of a bounce back from Reggie?
What was that now?
After Reggie only played 5 minutes against Florida, are you expecting a bounce back from him?
I expect a bounce back for him. I expect a bounce back from our bench. I think they know they're important, and just coming in with the right mindset, I think it will help them. They bring energy, they bring defensive mindset, and that triggers the offense for them. And so I'm looking for a much better effort from all those guys.
Daniel had to go to the bench with 4 fouls in each of the last 2 games. I don't know, some of them might have been ticky-tack calls, I thought, but if you want to comment on that, great. Or just what about Daniel getting in foul trouble? How can you avoid that?
Well, I think you got to look at the kind of fouls he's getting. A lot of them just reaching fouls. They put him in screening roles, and I think he's just got to be a little smarter. I think, Daniel gets tired. I think that's when he kind of reaches a little bit. And so just moving his feet and playing with your feet, not with your hands. I think you just got to be a little smarter, and that's all that is. And so you're learning. Now they got scouting reports, and so they're trying to put him in those situations, and he's got to be able to make the adjustment.
Justice Hill, I know he's just gotten with you, but kind of how's he doing? How's he transitioning or fitting in or whatever?
He's practiced a couple of days. That's about it. So just trying to get the football out of him, I guess.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thanks. Thanks, guys. Okay.